Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get our chakra cards, and we're going to look at what area may possibly be blocked for you. We're going to get some tarot. We're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you need to look at, and future energies that may be coming in for you. All right, so I guess this one wants to come out. We have base chakra. Okay. Your base chakra is at the base of your spine. It represents your body, your physical being, getting moving, getting things done, exercising possibly, stretching. Sometimes, we need to just, which I do sometimes, is I just lay on the floor and I just stretch out my back, and I'll stretch out, and it feels so much better, and I feel so much lighter. All right, so let's get some cards. What you may be struggling with is that you have a lot on your mind, that you have a lot going on, that you're overwhelmed with things. What you need to look at, we have judgment, opening. I feel like the universe could be showing you signs. It could be showing you things that maybe you need to look at, that you need to look more around you, that you need to be aware of your surroundings, or there may be some things that are happening for you that you're kind of ignoring or you're not seeing, and to be aware of those. We have the Ace of Pentacles for future energies, so that can represent your physical. Like I said here, your base chakra, that represents your physical and getting moving. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles represent physical. So then you start to get moving, and you start to feel that release of the energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Death card, which is Scorpio. So it is you're holding on to something that is preventing you from moving forward. And then once you let that go, you're able to change. You're able to feel better, right? I feel a lot of stiffness. There might be a lot of stiffness in your body. For some reason, I'm thinking legs, or I'm thinking back. And it's hips, maybe in the hips. And stretching it out. You'd be surprised if you just take that time to just stretch it out. It doesn't even have to be anything in particular. It can be however you feel that you want to stretch out, however you want to release that tension. And I almost feel like it's like a lot of this Seven of Cups energy has kind of gotten stuck inside of your body, and then it's like feeling stiff, and it's feeling like it's creating knots. And if you stretch it out, you will have that release. All right, let's see. Also struggling with balance and things happening for you. You're feeling stiff, right? Also struggling with Judgment card over here, which is, this is what you have to look at, because this is what you're struggling with, that you're not really seeing what's going on around you, and you're not hearing the messages, that you're not having that awakening, that renewal, that revival, that aha moment, that you're not getting it. You're feeling bogged down. I almost feel like you're in kind of the energy of the volcano, right? That you're in this fiery moment and you're not able to move away from it, that you're kind of feeling stuck in that energy. What you need to look at, I love this, Nine of Pentacles, opening your eyes to the positive things that are around you, opening your eyes to those messages, opening your eyes to the signs that are around you, focusing on the positive. Are you focusing on the negative, or are you focusing on the positive? Oh, love it. 10 of Cups. Look at this. 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, and that happiness, and that opening your eyes to who's around you that can support you. Who is it that you can talk to? Who is it that you can rely on? Who is it that may give you a perspective that could change things for you, right? That could turn things around from you, that will maybe give you those suggestions that you can hear and you can listen to. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to pursue that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take those actions. And to be able to look towards the future and start planning for that, because you're feeling like you're not feeling overwhelmed. Maybe it's sort of new habits that you're forming, right? That maybe you start going to the gym, or you start stretching out every morning. Before I go to bed, I lay on the floor and I stretch my back out, and I get all of that tension out of my shoulders and my back, and I honestly have been sleeping better because I don't have that tightness in my back. And I release that and I let that go, and I honestly have found that I have been sleeping better because I've gotten that out. For future energies, we have that focusing on you. That are there some things that you need to start doing, like that stretching, right? And releasing of that. Is it before you go to bed, you write down in your journal and you release all of your, negativity, or you have things that you want to write about throughout your day, or you just want to kind of release that energy from your mind, so that way you're not going to bed with all of these things on your mind, right? Because this is what you're struggling with, is all of these things on your mind. So what are those things that you can do to release that? What are those things that you can get rid of that? And writing that down, right? Two of Swords, making a decision about something, but you're not really clear on it yet, but I feel like you're heading towards finding that answer, right? You have to find what works best for you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups, which is that happiness, right? I love that. The happiness, that excitement, surrounding yourself by positive people, getting yourself in this positive energy. Sorting through all of these thoughts and emotions. When you have a lot on your mind, that creates tension in your body. Ace of Cups. The relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship that you have with others, making choices that are better for you. We have the Death card yet again, Scorpio. Could be a relationship with a Scorpio, that you're finally changing and you're letting go of what's giving you that tension in your body, right? That's blocking your base chakra. King of Wands. I almost feel like it's kind of realizing, kind of having that aha moment where you're like, you know what? I have noticed that when I have a lot on my mind, that I keep a lot held in mentally, that it affects me physically. That you kind of start realizing that, and you're looking back at that, and you're like, you know what? I really do need to make some changes for myself. I really do need to make some changes. And that moving forward, I have to do these things that help me. Letting go. Eight of Cups, letting go of what it is that is creating all of this blockage and this tension with the base chakra. Like I said, stretching it out, right? That could help. Writing things down. Having those conversations with people. Positive conversations with people that you feel you can trust, and maybe there are some more difficult conversations that you have to have with people, so that you can release that energy, freeing yourself from that. It's very important, because if you keep holding on to that, then that starts to stack up, then that starts to build up, then that starts to really start affecting you, not only mentally but physically. Things that you have to work on, things that you have to face, things that you have to realize. It's all of these little changes that I feel start to add up in a positive way. Emotions and feelings. Sometimes the littlest thing can make the biggest change, of just releasing something, right? Just writing something down. Seeing things from a different perspective. Seeing that you don't want to hold on to that, right? You don't want to be overwhelmed by things. You don't want to have all of this, because it clouds your judgment. In order to find the correct answer, if you're overwhelmed with all of these thoughts and these emotions, that it's going to cloud your judgment. You're not going to be able to give the answer or find the correct direction that you want to go in, because maybe you're getting pushed and pulled in a lot of different directions. For some reason, I was just kind of feeling that. Are you feeling like one person's pulling you in this direction, or one thing is pulling you in this direction? Oh, there she is again. There's this sweet little hummingbird today that the other video that I made today, she had come up to my patio and right there across from me, and she had looked at me right in the window, and then she came back again when I wasn't recording, and now she just came to my other window, my window to my right, and she just came to my window and she looked in. There's definitely a hummingbird that's trying to get my attention today for some reason, which I think is pretty cool. Huh. Very interesting. I've never seen, usually I see a hummingbird, they'll come up once, but not 3 times. So that was 3 times today for her. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it makes me feel good that the hummingbird did that. I feel that that's cool. I feel like that's a sign from the universe. I feel like it's a positive sign from the universe. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to open your eyes to, right, with these 2 judgment cards, is that the universe is trying to give you signs, right, to help you, to give you that. Seeing the hummingbird made me feel positive, made me feel good, you know, made me feel like I'm on the right direction and that everything's going to be okay. And it's kind of that confirmation from the universe that things are going to be okay, because, you know, we all struggle. Sorry. Trying not to get emotional. I've had a little bit of a struggle today. I've been struggling today. I'm not going to deny that. But I was able to release that and let that go, and I feel so much better. And again, with the hummingbird, I feel like that's a sign that everything's going to be okay. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do in my readings, is for people to realize the signs that are around you in the universe. And it's those confirmations, and that it's that little bit of help, that those little signs that help you to move forward. Yesterday when I was coming home from the barn, there was a storm. And there was a bad storm, and right behind me, I was driving down the road, and the lightning hit a transformer behind me, and it was scary. I saw this blue light, and I saw like this fire, and I started shaking, and I got scared, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had just started driving home, and it takes me 30 minutes to get home, and I was feeling scared, so I wanted to get home. But the cool thing is that the universe gave me all green lights. Like, that stood out in my mind. I had all green lights on my way home, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Like, even though I got scared from the lightning strike, but yet all of the lights are green on my way home, and it made me feel safe. And to me, I felt like that was a sign of the universe saying that it's going to be okay. I know that this just happened, you know, that you saw this and that it was scary, but, you know, here are all green lights all the way home, so that way you can, you know, get home, because it was storming the whole way home. So to me, I feel like that's little signs out there. I feel like those are those acknowledgments, and that's what I like to focus on, and that's what I like to think about, and that's what I like to see. And that helps me feel more confident and feel better. And that's what I'm trying to put out there too with my readings, is that, you know, looking for those signs, looking for those things, knowing that you're on the right path. Sometimes we need that little pat, or we need that little help, or we need that little positive energy around us that says, okay, you're okay. You'll pull through, right? Knight of Pentacles, I love this card. This is my favorite card in the deck, because I love the greens and the golds, and I love bunnies, and so there's a little bunny hiding there, and I just feel like that, to me, that brings hope and positivity. And the Knight of Pentacles is that slow, steady progress towards good and better things. But it's all about your perception. It's all about how you look at it, right? You are in control of your thought process. You are in control on how you perceive things and how you look at things and how you acknowledge things and how you get through things, and you are in control of that, and that's what you have to remember. You are in control of your own thought process, that if it starts to go in a negative, that you pull yourself out of it, that you feel if you're struggling today, what are those things that you can do to help yourself not to feel overwhelmed? You know, do you need to speak to somebody? Do you need to write things down in a journal? Do you need to stretch it out, right? What are those things that you need to do? Just sit outside on the patio and feel good. You are in control, the chariot of your forward movement, and that's what you have to believe in, and that's what you have to trust. All right, 10 of Cups, you are in control of your 10 of Cups. It's all how you perceive it. 2 10 of Cups here. I love it. Your emotions and your feelings, how you handle things, how you deal with things, you are in control of that. You are in charge of taking the steps to make the changes. If you feel that you are not happy, if you feel that you are not satisfied, if you feel that you're going to the negative, you are in control of making those changes to not have those negative thoughts. All right, we have Whale Spirit. Trust the great mystery. Trust everything that's going on. Trust that it's a learning lesson, right? Be loyal to what you love, choosing what makes you happy, doing the things that make you excited, doing the things that make you feel good. You don't have to, you know, I'm not saying being selfish and doing those all the time, but if you're lacking those things, sometimes when you do those things, you start to feel better and you start to feel good, and you become clearer on where it is you want to go and what you want to do. At the bottom of the deck, we have Embrace the in-between. It's not always about getting to the destination, right? It's not getting to the end. It's the journey that you're taking to get there. And I feel like this is one of those things that will change your journeys on getting someplace, because you're realizing that you're in control. You're realizing that you have to take care of yourself. You're realizing that you have to do those things to help you feel mentally and physically better. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.